Hey guys, what's up? So in this video I will compare the secondary economies of armies of China, USA and GLA and their basic secondary economy sources. So first of all, I think we need to focus on the space they take. As you can see, don't consider the drop zones as this amount of space thing. Every two drop zones requires one power plant. So when you compare, $5,000, and this eight hackers makes $5,000. So this is the kind of similar and approximately same amount of money invested in the secondary economy. And as you can see, the USA's secondary economy holds more space than GLA's, and it's more than hackers. That's one of the most important ones, I think, because when it's DEFCON, free for all, you need to build your secondary economy up behind of your production facilities in your island, and the more speed it takes, the less that you can build up your economy without having to gain more space by fighting people. So, it's obvious. Black markets gives $20 per second. Hackers give like $6 per second. I'll take the average of it because promotion makes them produce more money. So let's take the average 6 with one promotion. Actually 8, but let's make it 6. So the problem was calculating the supply drop zones money. So to calculate it, I just solved the drop zone when the plane entered the field from this side, and it just dropped the money. 6 United Nations cargo. So I just wanted to explore what's inside of them. So I just collect one and the others. So let's get into calculation. I just stopped all of my secondary income in the game, and it was that amount of money. And when I collected the one cargo, it increased that amount. So let's calculate the net profit. It's basically this minus this, and it makes that's important. It's with the supply drop zone upgrade in the strategy center, which gives like $150 more for drop zones. That's a fucking big amount, like approximately half of it. Look at this. When the upgrade is done, this is the amount of money you got. And upgrades increase the basic one by like 150. It's so fucking motherfucking good amount of money that you make when you increase it. Without increasing it, drop zones are fucking shit. It doesn't work. So there are 6 of them, so just multiply this number by 6. This is the amount of money you make every 2 minutes by this amount of cargo. So let's calculate the per second return on investment. When you divide this amount of money by 2 minutes, which is 120 seconds, it makes this amount of dollar per second. And when you calculate the return on investment, that's important thing. you need to, as I said, also invest in power plants to keep the supply drop zones and your army working properly. So for every single supply drop zones, you need to invest half of the amount of money of the power plants. So this is the total amount of money you need to invest in supply drop zones. So when you divide this amount of money with the dollar per second, that's the return on investments of supply drop zones. It means in 207 minutes, seconds, I mean, the supply drop zone will pay for itself. So when we calculate this amount with hackers, $6 per second, and investment is simply that amount of money. I mean, it doesn't require power and stuff. That's this amount of time. In 104 seconds, it will pay off itself. When you calculate it for black market, it doesn't require power, so 125. Even if you take the one promoted hacker, it's a better payoff. Hackers are fucking great, so that's why I'm a hacker, Okay. As we saw the geeky calculation and concluded that hackers are the best when it comes to making money, I'm gonna show you guys how to manage hackers, because it's not, let's count it. Let's consider also the ability, their ability of keeping alive, Hackers are the most vulnerable ones compared to other ones, and drop zones are the second one, and the black markets are the strongest ones. Okay, when you're GLA, just build up your black markets. You can also you can even use them as a defense. They are fucking. They have a lot of health, so we don't have a problem with these two. But we have a problem with this. They can be killed by anthrax. Or any kind of USA promotions, GLA rebel ambushes, Chinese artillery, or carpet bomb. You need to fucking be very careful about your hackers, not to lose your whole fucking secondary income. So I will teach you guys how to keep them safe and be a millionaire with them. So I'll just close the voice. As you can see, firstly, dude, learn this shit. You need to build a lot of barracks like that to make a good amount of money in DEFCON free for all games. It's like $500. It's nothing. The initial investment is nothing, and you also will need these bunker buildings to protect your hackers. Later on, I will show it to you. So you need to build barracks just after you finished the building of your propaganda center, and you will start producing hackers and shit. So you need to build up your barracks, at least that amount of barracks. Of course, it depends on the situation, but I prefer this amount when there are no one that I'm in fight with. So you build up your barracks. That's a proper Chinese island. So you make hackers, as you can see, like this. You just click AAA, click AAA. Not AAA, because it takes time, and you already invest the hackers, and they come out later than what you can do here. If you build fewer barracks, your money will not produce money as much as the situation where you see right now. You need to build more barracks and produce hackers like this. just 4, 3, they all will come fast, and they will start to produce more money. So when it's China, guys, look at this shit. I mean, I think Chinese mines are very cool stuff. I mean, you can't just, I mean, you can't follow or catch Humvees or, GLA army with your slow army, unless you have MiGs and stuff. But that's always a nice stuff to keep your enemy out of your island, even though they're empty. I mean, I don't use barracks to kill enemy troops. I use them to make mines and keep the enemy wait till, even they kill them, they need to wait to pass in this road, because mines, mines hold their position even though the building is destroyed. So the enemy either, whether needs to force fire the ground and kill the mines, or need to wait until the mines disappear. So till this time, my army comes back to defend the position. That's the trick of the mines. Do it. Even, I mean, it's nothing for $400 plus mines plus tax. But the thing is that use them to keep your enemy busy with them, till you just bring your army into the position. And look, one thing that you can use to protect your hackers is just Gatling cannon spam. That's a fucking good strategy, dude. I mean, you can also protect them by using Gatling cannon tanks, but when it's Gatling cannon defense, it also, I mean, they also destroy the Scud Storm, Scud Launcher and Tomahawk missiles, and it's just a fucking cool Trump tower, Trump wall that any Mexican can pass, So consider about this thing. You can also use this strategy to attack people, especially USA, because Tomahawks are useless piece of shits with this amount of Gatling cannon spam. So that's one way. They just stop cargo planes. They just stop any USA MOABs and other kind of things. I'm not even talking about the carpet bombs. It works pretty well, but you need to be kind of rich to do this. The second thing that you can do to protect your army in a easier and simpler way is just pumping out the Gatling tanks, and that's important, outposts, just to keep Colonel Burdens and stealth Comanches away. So after you pump out your Gatling cannons, I suggest you to use these things. They will increase your fire speed by 25%, with a good amount of advantage. So when you use even that amount of Gatling cannons with these buildings, they will just cut all planes off in this direction. You also need to be aware of the position of the enemy's command center, which what was the fucking word? They decide which direction their promotion planes comes from. The thing. I hope you are not that noob not to know this. This is a very good strategy you can use to keep the enemy forces away from your lovely hackers. And it's also very cool in terms of keeping your mix prepared in the field without having to shoot random cargo planes. That's a very frustrating and shitty position to be in, so these Gatling cannons will avoid such a situation. So I also suggest you to add a few Gatling tanks into your hacker facility, just to keep rebel ambushes away, or fucking snipers, like sniper drop of USAs. Oh, motherfuckers, I hate it. But I'll show you how to avoid this as well. But in any case, use your outposts and Gatling cannons also in your hacker army. It will work well. I mean, that's not a big investment, when you have that amount of hacker. You need to protect them. Your hackers love you, love them. Yeah. So, that's the thing. As I said, that amount of bunker is not only it's not only a hacker production increasing machine. It's also a protection machine. When you make mine lines for these buildings, the enemy sniper drops or potential sneak attacks will have very hard time to reach your hackers because of the mines, especially the sniper drops. They just kill instantly when the Chinooks drop the snipers. That's a very important one, because even a few seconds can kill all of your, not all of your, but good amount of your hackers. So mines are important. Take them. Yeah, that's the thing. And as you can see, you protect your hackers from the enemy planes and general promotions at the border. You also protect them inside against the potential rebel ambushes or sniper drops or sneak attacks. And I think one of the most important advantage of being China and having hackers is that you don't have to have a lot of space to make incredibly good amount of money. Look at this. In normal situation, when you leave them alone, they take such a position. But you can, decrease the space they hold by using this strategy. Just move them at the corner. If you leave them for a long while amount of time, they will go back to their splitted position. But when after you collect them at a small space and area, when you press heck, they will just stay at their position. Look. Yeah, as you can see, like this amount of hacker will never stay in this position unless you click this button. But when you click it, I mean, normally their space would be that, and their space right now is this, and this is a fucking like full of two islands, black market money. You just make it in this little corner. Which is pretty protected against any kind of enemy attacks. So yeah, the space thing is important. And I also suggest you to use some this RPGs, not RPG, but the bazooka man. Just in case of sneak attacks. I mean, that's important, whether you need to use helixes with bunkers or you can make it in this way without having to, spending a lot of time with this helix filling process. It's easy. You already have bunkers, and this amount of bazooka man will be enough to keep sneak attacks away in this area. Yeah, that's the basic how to hack a 101 class from Ability Hacker. I hope you guys will treat your hackers good as I do. As I said, love your hackers, protect them so that they will make you millionaires. Ciao guys, see you in the game, see you in the lobby, bye bye.